Hi YouTube and welcome to another video. This video is to recap my 2-day market that I did at a banana festival. And so on my first day, I'm just going to tell you guys what I sold, because all the plushies and everything that I made, whether it be a tote bag, a plushie, a book sleeve, whatever it is, I always show what I've made on my video. So if you want to see any of the items that I'm talking about, just go back to some of my videos with the title in the name, whether it's tote bags, plushies, or what I've made today. All of what I've made has been in previous videos, so I'm not going to show anything that I've made. I'm just going to tell you how much money I made and tell you what sold. So on Saturday the 16th, altogether, we made $377. And so I'm going to tell you what I sold according to my Square app. So according to my Square app, I sold $75 in earrings. So that was, we sell our earrings $7 a pair, three pair for $15, because a lot of the earrings that I make from my Glowforge are from scraps that I've already made money making other things. So that's why I sell them so cheap, because I use my scraps and I make a lot of earrings and I just want to get rid of them. I enjoy making them, I enjoy putting them together, but they're really not costing me anything, so I try to keep the prices really, really low. So we sold $75 in three pair sets of earrings. So that's like, I think 5 or 6 sets. We sold 2 large tote bags, and they're $22 each. We sold, it says $21 in earrings. So that's 3 pairs of earrings at $7 each. People bought single pair. On Saturday, we sold one loaf cap for $15. And we sold the Green Bay Packer shoe tote bag, shoe collapsible bag that I made. There was a lady that was walking by, and she had on these big giant Green Bay Packer earrings. And so my husband said, "Oh, you're a Green Bay Packer fan. We got a Green Bay Packer um, collapsible. You can use it for your shoes. You can use it for travel. It's like a travel bag or a shoe bag or whatever you want to put in the bag. And we have one Green Bay one left." So she was like, "Oh, I'll take it." So he sold that bag to her. And then also, it was hard to keep up and write down the other things that were selling. But on this other day, okay, so on Saturday, we sold one of our speaker tumblers. A lady, she wanted to see what the speaker tumbler sounded like, and I had forgot to charge it. And she had a little charger, and she wanted to charge it. So we charged it with her little charger for a minute, and it was able to come on, and then she was able to listen to it. But also, my husband bought me a Jackery 1000 battery with the 100-watt solar, so we could take that to our events and charge our phones and charge the speaker cup and charge some other things, because I plan on taking it to some events later on in the year and doing some on the spot personalization for things. So we sold a speaker cup, and she also bought a pair of earrings. And then we sold a loaf cat, and these are the things that people paid cash for. We also sold the Disney villain tote bag, and then we sold the another orange tote bag. And then we have these discount cards that I made up, that if you have a discount, oh, here they are right here. Let me see. I don't know if you can see them through the plastic, but it says $1 off any one item. So the girl, she was looking at the bags, and she was looking at all of them. She was going all around the booth. She was looking all on the rack and everything. So my husband could tell she wanted a bag, so he was trying to encourage her to buy one. So he said, "Here, if you find one you like, here, you can use this dollar off, and you can pay $21 for it instead of 22." So she took it, and then she kept coming back to one bag. She went all around a couple of times, but she kept coming back to that Disney villain bag. And I got that fabric from Joann's on the clearance rack in the back when Joann's was in business. And so she ended up taking that bag. And then we also sold a coin pouch. And then my husband on Saturday, he sold there was a girl, she was looking at the ruffle hats, the ruffle big beanie hats that I made, and she tried on a couple of them, and I was watching somebody else's booth at the time, and so she was over there talking to my husband, and she tried on, she was looking at the hats, and then my husband said, you could try them on, because we do allow people to try on the hats, and then we have a mirror so you could look and see what the hat looks like on you. So she tried on a couple of the really, really ruffle, extreme ruffle hats that we had, and she said, I got to go over here and get me some money. So she went from somewhere, I'm not sure where, but I was watching another person's booth at the time too, and she came back and she bought this hat right here. She bought this one. So I always take yarn and crochet with me wherever we go. So I had already decided that I was going to take I was going to take this yarn with me. So I took this yarn with me, and when she bought the hat, I just immediately, when I came back to the booth, it was gone. I asked my husband, oh, did she buy the hat? And he was like, yeah, she bought it. So I started making another one. So now I have another one to replace that one. And then what else did we sell that day? And then that was all that we sold that day. And then the next day, let me see. And I didn't write down any of my other transactions for the second day, which was Sunday, because we went late on Sunday because I didn't want to miss church. My husband didn't want to miss church. And so we ended up going to church before we went to the event. The event started at 10 o'clock. Church is from 9 to about 10:30, 11, because second service starts at 11. So we both didn't want to miss church, so we went to church first, and then we got to the event about 11. We got there probably about 11:30. We got set up we were all set up about 12 something, but people were buying stuff even before we fully set up. So I was happy about that. So on Sunday, let's see. On Sunday, let's see what they bought. Okay, so on Sunday, we made $123 in cash, and let me see, $107 in Square. And our Square fees were $3.55 for Sunday, and I think they were $3 something on the other day as well. But a lady came in and she wanted to buy. I've shown you guys these on my page as well. I only have this one. I still need to put a face on it. I just put this together today because the lady wanted 3 of them, but I only had 2 of them on the table. They were going to a triplet birthday party, and they didn't want to buy separate things. So she said, do you have another one of those? And I was like, no, unfortunately, there's one on my sofa, but I didn't put it together. So I only have these 2. So then they kept looking around. So they settled on 3 loaf cats, and one of the loaf cats was $20, and the other 2 were $15. So I told her, if you want the 3 loaf cats, I'll give you all of them for $15, even though the bigger one is $20. And she was like, oh, thank you. So she bought those loaf cats. And then we sold my brown and white turtle. And then I sold another shaving bag. I'm not sure which one that was, but we sold another one of those. We sold a regular beanie, and then we sold a mini monster, and another one of the little amigurumis that I made on the knitting machine, the little octopi that I crocheted, that I did a video here on YouTube. It didn't have I didn't put the curly crews on it. I only put the little octopi feet around it. And so altogether that weekend we made $377. So we were pleased with that. But it did cost us $140 to vend there. So we wish altogether we made $607 for the whole weekend. So we wanted to make a little bit more, but we were definitely happy with what we made, because some people shut down on the first day because they were not making any sales, and we were making sales on the first day. So a couple of vendors just shut their booths down and just said, we'll try again tomorrow, because one lady had sat there from 10 to 3 o'clock and she had 2 sales. She said she had made $22, and there was just no way she was going to sit there all day. And not make money. And then the guy next to us, he barely made his booth fee back by the time it was time to close at 7 o'clock on the first day. And when we got there Sunday, both of them had already made their booth fee back. So I told my husband we probably could have made more money if we would have been here on time, but we were happy with what we had. So I was just grateful that he was there to help me. I was grateful that we had the Jackery to charge things up. And I'm just grateful. So stay tuned for what else we have coming. Stay tuned for make. So now I need to make more loaf cats. What else do I need to make? I think I need to replace the loaf cat. Oh, because we sold some small loaf cats too. So that was some of the cash transactions I forgot. So I think I need to make some more small loaf cats. And I use Zach Crochet. I use his pattern for my small ones. I use Annie Caraway for my medium sized ones, because I'm not going to make any more of the big loaf cats from False Bubbles. So I'm just going to stick to the to either Ella's Big Fat Cat or either Annie Caraway. And then also I need to make more regular turtles. I did sell a turtle, so, and I'm just trying to make things to the end of the year. So I have stuff for all my markets, and I don't have to stop and make stuff, stop and make stuff. I don't want to do that. So that's all I have for you today. Don't forget to thumbs up the video. God bless you. You have an awesome and an amazing day. Be blessed, my friends. Bye. And don't forget, tune in for the word of the Lord.